Imagine coming home after a grueling shift, only to find your family's cherished lakeside dock, built with sweat, memories, and oak planks, reduced to a pile of matchsticks on your lawn. That's the nightmare Jack Harlan faced in the sleepy suburb of Lakeview Estates, Florida, where the air smelled of fresh-cut grass and simmering resentment. And leading the charge? None other than Gloria, the gatekeeper Vanderbilt, the HOA president. A plump busybody with a perpetual scowl and a clipboard that might as well have been a scepter. Jack had inherited the property from his late father, a quiet fisherman who'd taught him to cast lines off that very dock since he was knee-high. It wasn't some eyesore, it was a simple, sturdy extension into the lake, complete with a bait station and weathered benches. But Lakeview Estates had morphed from a laid-back neighborhood into a rule-ridden fiefdom under Gloria's iron fist. She preached community harmony at every meeting, her voice dripping with faux politeness, while enforcing bylaws that banned everything from visible trash cans to holiday lights past December 26th. Jack, a paramedic by day, kept to himself, ignoring the whispers that he was antisocial or disrupting the aesthetic. He knew the rumors were Gloria's doing, subtle sabotage to paint him as the odd man out. Then the letters arrived, each more absurd than the last. Your dock infringes on visual uniformity standards, one read. Fishing activities contribute to an unacceptable olfactory disturbance. Olfactory disturbance? Jack chuckled bitterly, crumpling the paper. He hadn't joined the HOA. His lot predated their charter by decades. But Gloria, fearing any crack in her control, decided to enforce compliance. One humid Tuesday evening, Jack pulled into his driveway to chaos, sawdust swirling in the breeze, planks hacked apart, and a laminated notice fluttering like a victory flag. Emergency removal executed by HOA authority for the greater good. Sincerely, Gloria Vanderbilt. His blood boiled, but he didn't explode. Instead, he documented everything: photos, timestamps, even drone footage from a gadget his nephew had left behind. Inside, he seethed, plotting with the patience of a predator. The whispers turned to outright slander overnight. At the neighborhood Facebook group, Gloria posted, "Sad to see such disregard for our shared beauty. But action was necessary to protect property values." Comments piled up, "About time. That eyesore was dragging us down." Jack bit his tongue. Watching Gloria's facade crack just a tad, she'd overreached. And he knew it. His property included an old easement road to the community marina, a lifeline for the boat owners who funded half the HOA's budget. The next dawn, with a crowbar and a gleaming padlock, Jack sealed the gate across that road. Private property. No trespassing, his sign declared. By noon, the marina was a ghost town, yachts bobbing uselessly, jet skis stranded, weekend plans evaporating like morning dew. Panic set in. Boat owners honked horns, paced trailers, and bombarded the HOA hotline. Gloria arrived in her pristine SUV, hat brimmed wide like a cartoon villain, heels clicking imperiously. "Mr. Harlan, this is obstruction. Remove that lock immediately. It's a community artery," she barked, face flushing under her makeup. Jack sauntered over, coffee in hand. "Community artery? Funny. Since you trespassed on my land last night without so much as a howdy, destroyed my dock without a permit. That's vandalism. Gloria. And this road runs straight through my deed. Goodwill's expired," she sputtered. But standards must be upheld. Think of the children, the property values." The crowd murmured, some smirking at her flailing hypocrisy. "Values? Like how you build beautification for a midnight chainsaw party." Jack shot back mildly, unfolding county records. Her eyes widened. The mumbles grew to outright laughs. The escalation hit fever pitch when Jack filed complaints: Sheriff's Office for destruction, Army Corps for unpermitted waterway tampering, Even a tip to the DA about misused dues. Gloria called an emergency meeting, unnoticed. Illegal per their own bylaws. Leaked emails revealed her scheming. Target the holdouts. Selective enforcement keeps order. Neighbors, once cowed, erupted. 1. Whose garden fountain Gloria had drained for water waste, shared her story. Another, fined for a birdhouse, too colorful, joined the chorus. The marina lockdown dragged on, costing charters thousands. While Gloria's pleas turned desperate. Let's negotiate reasonably, she hissed at Jack's door. Flanked by a jittery lawyer. Reasonably? Like your odor footprint nonsense, he replied. Deadpan. The lawyer paled at the fraud invoices, demolition disguised as improvements, funneled to Gloria's shady nephew. The climax exploded in court. Subpoenas flew, a grand jury convened. Jack testified coolly. Drone video playing like a blockbuster reveal, Gloria's crew sneaking in shadows. Her signature on the bogus checks. The jury gasped at the embezzlement, $50K siphoned for enforcements that were personal vendettas. Gloria's defense? I acted for the greater good, but the judge's gavel fell, guilty on fraud. Conspiracy. Destruction. She got 3 years. Her empire crumbled. The HOA dissolved in a landslide vote, replaced by a casual neighbor council. Jack rebuilt his dock stronger, with solar cams and community help. Neighbors fished alongside him now, toasting the fall of the tyrant. But here's the kicker, was Gloria the monster? Or did the silent neighbors who let her rule for years share the blame?